This is another short video on how to use graphing calculators, either a TI-84 or a TI-83, to do one variable statistics. This time in the video we're going to do it when you have a frequency table. So the first thing you need to do is enter the data in. So hit Stat and then Edit to enter the numbers in. Now this is a frequency table. So I'm going to enter the numbers, the points in. So I have 3, enter 4, enter 5, enter 6, enter 7, enter. So those are the X values. And then in your L2, I arrow over, I'm going to enter in their frequencies. So this would be given using some sort of frequency table. So my frequencies and how often these numbers occurred: 5, enter 3, enter 7, 2, and 9. So that means that I would have had 5 3s, 3 4s, 7 5s, 2 6s, and 9 7s. So that is a frequency table entered in. Now to figure out the variable statistics, you go Stat, go across to Calculate. You're dealing with one variable statistics, and you need to check. So my list by the X values was L1. The frequency list was L2. So I need to tell it that is my frequency was L2. To do that, above the number 2, it is L2. So I need to tell it that. So I go second, and then the number 2, and it puts my frequency list as L2. Now I go down to Calculate, and I hit Enter, and it gives me my mean, median, mode. It gives me my, well, not necessarily the mode, but it gives you your mean. It gives you your median, your standard deviation, Q1, Q3. It gives you all these one variable statistics. So again, once you've entered the data in, so you have your L1, which is your X values, you have your frequency of how often they occur. Go Stat, then Calculate, one variable statistics, and you need to tell it what you're using. So it's L1, and then your frequency list in this case was L2. Go down to it says Calculate, hit Enter, and it gives you those variables. Now that was on a TI-84. If I'm using an older version or a TI-83, okay, if I'm using a TI-83, basically the same steps. So I need to enter in my data. So I go Stat, then Edit. Then I'm going to enter in my X values. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then in my L2, I'm going to tell it how often those values occurred. So 3s would have happened 5 times. 4s would have happened 3 times. 7, 2, and 9. Using the same frequencies as before. Then I need to go again Stat. I need to go to Calculate. I'm still doing one variable statistics. And I need to, because it was a frequency table in my L2, I need to tell it I used my L1, comma. The comma button is right beside the brackets. So I had L1, which was right above the number 1, comma, L2. And then you hit Enter. And it will give you that mean, your median, your N value, standard deviation, Q1, Q2, and Q3. Okay, so the only difference is when I went to go to Stat and Calculate one variable statistics, I had to tell it that I used L1 and L2 for my TI-83. So I go second, and then the number 1, above the number 1 gives me L1, comma, which is, again, the comma is right by the brackets, comma, and then I need to do L2, second, and then the number 2 gives me L2, and you hit Enter. The L1s and L2s are right above the number 1 and number 2s, and that's why you have to hit the second feature. Okay, so a short little video on doing one variable statistics this time was using frequency tables. Thank you very much.